Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Gabriella and today let's jump right into the next session, which is session number 3, all about makeup brushes and how to identify them. So if you've not watched session 1 and session 2, please do go and check them out. First, let's understand why makeup brushes are so important in general or for bridal makeup. Makeup brushes blends foundations, concealers and powders really well to avoid patchiness. Stippling brushes gives that natural airbrush finish. By using brushes, you can control how much of the product you want to use on your face. Brushes need to be sanitized and cleaned properly, especially for those brides with sensitive skin, as there could be breakouts, unlike fingers which can transfer oils and bacteria. You can use brushes to add another layer of product on the face and that won't disturb the base. Brushes helps to avoid cakey makeup, otherwise in photos it won't look good. You can use sponges and fingers for daily makeup, but for bridal makeup, it is always better to use makeup brushes because that gives a camera-ready look and a long-lasting finish. When you begin your career, it's okay to use practice brushes, but in the long run, I would recommend purchasing at least one set of professional makeup brushes because that does make all the difference. So let's see what are the different types of makeup brushes. So I've separated these into 3 categories. First are the eye makeup brushes, the second are for the face, and the third one is for the lip. So the first brush is called the Pro brush. So this is how it looks. So on one end, you will see a brush like this, and on the other end, you will see a spoolie. Now, this end is used to apply eyebrow product, that is to draw a line or to add eyebrow product, and this end of the brush is used to comb out the eyebrows. Some brushes come with a flat end like this, whereas some brushes are slightly angled. The second brush is called the eyebrow concealing brush. So this brush is slightly angled, and this brush is used to apply 1 to 2 shades of lighter concealer along the bottom bit of your eyebrows and the top bit of your eyebrows to give a more defined look. The next brush is called a flat brush. This is to apply eye primer onto the eyes before you apply your eyeshadow. By applying eye primer, it gives your eyeshadow a more long-lasting look. The next brush is the crease blending brush. It looks something like this with narrow bristles. This is to apply eyeshadow on the crease of the eye, that is here. The next brush is a blending brush. This is to apply lighter color eyeshadows onto the eye. The next brush is also a blending brush, and this is to apply darker colors of eyeshadow. The next brush is a shiny eyeshadow brush. This is to apply shiny eyeshadow colors. The next one is the smoky eye brush. This is for smoky eye looks. The next brush is called the eye shader brush. It has very small bristles. I use this to shade the liner once I apply it, or even if I apply a black eyeshadow, I use this to just shade it. The next brush is the eyeliner brush. This is to apply eyeliner. The next brush is the pencil brush. This is to shade kajal or even eyeshadow under the eye. Next, let's see all the brushes that we would need for our face. So the first one is a corrector concealer brush. So I have 2 types here. I use this more broader brush to apply corrector, and I use this flat brush to apply concealer because I can use this in specific parts to conceal. If I need to conceal spots, this would be easier for me to use. The next brush is the foundation brush. This is used to apply foundation. The next brush is called the stippling brush. This is to get that airbrush finish. The next brush I have is to set loose powder or setting powder. So it's the loose powder or setting powder brush. The next brush is the big powder brush. This is used to apply compact powder all over the face and on the neck, and this gives that HD look. The next brush is the contouring brush. It's slightly angled, and this what helps with contouring the face. The next brush is a blush brush. This is used to apply blush. The next brush is a highlighter or a fan brush, and this is used to apply a highlighter. The next brush is the crease powder brush. This is used to apply powder to creases, especially under the eyes. Now let's say the brush is used for the lip, and I have just one brush that I use for the lip, and it's a flat brush. So this is used to apply lipstick. So I've shown you about 21 basic makeup brushes that you would need when you're starting your career. The professional makeup brushes that I use is the 14 set of brushes from PAC. You can use those brushes when you start off as a beginner, but as you go forward and as the years pass by, I would recommend you to buy a brush set with more number of brushes. They are a bit expensive, but it is a long-term investment. It's almost a year since I bought the PAC makeup brushes and they are still intact. Thank you for watching. I really hope this session was helpful. I hope now you'll be able to identify makeup brushes when you see them and how to use them. And please do stay updated for my next session, which I'll be uploading next week. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.